At least 3 killed and 50 others injured in explosion at capital's science lab area. Work of a bomb disposal unit underway. Rescue efforts continue for the second day in Sitakundo explosion. 7-member committee formed. And Bangladesh will finally nod up from the category of least developed countries by 2023, says the Prime Minister in LDC conference. Assalamu alaikum. Welcome to myTV News. I'm Fauza Roshan with you in the newsroom today. We are still watching the headlines and I'm going to the details. An explosion occurred in a commercial building in the science lab area of the capital. At least 3 people were killed and half 100 people were injured. The building caught fire after an explosion at 10:50 am. On receiving information, 4 units of a fire service went to the spot and brought the fire under control in about 1 hour. However, the exact cause of the explosion is still unknown. The rescue operation is underway since the morning for the second day in the case of the explosion at the oxygen plant in Sitakundo, Chittagong. At least 6 people were killed and 20 others were injured in the blast. No new bodies have been recovered today. Meanwhile, a 7-member investigation committee has been formed by the Deputy Commissioner in this terrible incident. The district administration has announced assistance to the families of the victims. Bangladesh will finally nod up from the category of least developed countries by 2023, says the Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina. She said that the government is working with the goal of building a developed and prosperous Bangladesh. The Prime Minister said this in the opening speech of the 5th LDC conference in Doha, the capital of Qatar. Earlier, Prime Minister Sheikh Hasina held a meeting with United Nations Secretary General Antonio Guterres on reaching Qatar yesterday. In the meeting, the Prime Minister urged UN Secretary General Antonio Guterres to take special and effective measures as soon as possible to stop the Ukraine-Russia war. The upcoming national elections will be held in accordance with the country's constitution, says Awami League General Secretary and Road Transport and Business Minister Obaidul Qadir. He said BNP leaders should understand that there is no point in trying to resist elections and question the electoral process. People's verdict will change the power only by constitutional means. Business Minister said this in a statement sent to the media today. The Business Minister said BNP is the main obstacle to the constitutional and democratic process of this country. All evil forces of Bangladeshi politics, rejected by the people again and again, BNP today blames the nation for their failure. They even changed the constitution of the organization to legitimate their corrupt leadership. The Minister of Information and Broadcasting, Hassan Mahmood, has called on the media to show the development activities of the government more to the country people. He said this to the journalists after the meeting with the media workers in the afternoon today. Hassan Mahmood also said, forgetting all the arguments, BNP also urged to participate in the next elections. Local Government and Rural Development Minister Tajul Islam has commented that a country can be moved forward easily by establishing democracy through public representatives. He said this in an exchange meeting with the District Council Chairman to increase the capacity of the Red Crescent Society in a hotel in the capital today. The minister said that for good governance, people's relationship with public representatives is very important, and also there is a need for adequate powers of public representatives. The capital Dhaka is still at the top of the list of most polluted cities in the world. Dhaka's air quality index score of 322 was recorded at around 9:30 am today. These levels are called hazardous in air quality judgments, which pose a serious health risks of residents. According to Swiss Air Pollution Monitoring Agency AQAIR, China's capital Beijing is in second place with an AQI score of 215, followed by Lahore in Pakistan with a score of 210. Apart from this, Mumbai, the fourth commercial capital of India with a score of 197, and Baghdad, the capital of Iraq, ranked fifth with a score of 186. Viewers, now international news. Tornadoes and heavy rains have claimed 7 lives in part of the southern United States. More than 10 lakh people have lost electricity due to adverse weather conditions. According to the country's meteorological department, the strong storm is moving towards the northeast. It could bring heavy snow from Michigan east to New York State. Heavy rains continue in many areas. As a result, people's lives are disrupted. Severe storms are common in the southern United States during the winter. Cold northerly air collides with the warm and moist air from the Gulf of Mexico. Hundreds of students have fallen ill due to the use of poisonous gas in several education institutions in Iran. Parents have come down to the streets across the country to protest this incident. The country's president, Hassan Rouhani, has alleged that foreign forces are involved in this. So far, hundreds of students have become seriously ill in this incident. Iran's health minister said the students suffered mild poisoning. Some of the country's politicians have complained that radical Islamists who oppose women's education may be behind the attack. However, the country's interior minister said that the samples they collected from the schools found the presence of suspicious elements. The matter is under investigation. Viewers, now news on sports. Bangladesh will face England tomorrow in the third and last ODI of the series. The match will start at 12 noon at Zahir Ahmed Chaudhry Stadium in Chittagong. The Tigers have already lost the series after losing the first 2 matches. As a result, the match does not matter much. However, the hosts wanted to finish at least with a win in Shagurika. Bangladesh's past statistics in ODIs in Chittagong are also good. Tigers have won 15 out of 26 ODIs. Moreover, Bangladesh defeated England in this field in 2011 World Cup. Viewers, about to the end and the headlines once again. At least 3 killed and 50 others injured in explosion at Capital Science Lab area. Work of a bomb disposal unit underway. Rescue efforts continue for the second day in Sitakundu explosion. 7-member committee formed. Bangladesh will finally nod up from the category of least developed countries by 2023, says the Prime Minister in LDC conference. Tornadoes and heavy rains claimed 7 lives in southern United States. 10 lakh people have lost electricity. And Bangladesh will face England tomorrow in the third and last ODI of the series. That's all from our newsroom for now. Thanks for being with us. To join with MyTV News online, visit YouTube/MyTVBD News. And to watch all our programs, visit YouTube/MyTVBangla, Facebook/MyTVBangla. Our next bulletin will be telecast in Bangla at 7:30 p.m. Don't forget to join with us. Till then, stay connected. Allah Hafiz.